Welcome everybody back to the channel. Today it's going to be a very different type of video. Um, Still going to be have a little bit of content, kind of related to fishing or things that I use fishing. This week right here has been a pretty rough week here in the southeast states like South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina. Been affected by hurricane been affected by Hurricane Helena, really bad. And let me go ahead and say, just y'all bear with me with the noise on the road. And but I wasn't able to fish at all, and so I don't have any fishing content at all. Hopefully, this coming weekend I get a chance to go out and I'll put together some good fishing content for the channel. But for right now, I kind of want to do something a little bit different. Um, During this week, of, it's been real challenging. Without power, internet, anything anything related to that. Uh, it's been kind of hard, but I kind of want to show some things that over time of me having my Pelican Bass Raider, um, in the process of improving things on the water, uh, things like my cameras or whatever, electronics, batteries or whatever. I just kind of want to point out two things that through the hard times of this past week that really helped a lot in my household as we went, um, 4.5 days or whatever without power. The two things that I'm gonna point out is two of the arguably the most expensive upgrades I've done to my boat. And when I first made the purchases, I wasn't really sure if I really felt comfortable doing it. Anytime you spend a lot of money, um, you always doubt it. You always asking yourself, man, should I spend this much money or not, and everything else. Well, for these upgrades, I went head on and spent some money. There were other options of me going cheaper, but I chose to go the more expensive way. So let me get right on into the video. The first thing that I want to point out is one of the things that helped during the time of no power were my Dakota lithium batteries. I have a small 20 volt, 23 amp hour battery, and then I have a larger, um, Dakota lithium battery. And the main thing that they served the purpose for was to recharge, you know, the ones in the house, cell phones, in case you want to make a phone call or call, for anything. Um, Also, anything like flashlights that had rechargeable batteries that you just plug in, um, it paid dividends, and it paid off having these Dakota lithium batteries. And the crazy thing about it is, I had previously used these batteries on two separate occasions before the storm hit, and I didn't charge them. I didn't get to charge the batteries, so I was basically going off the power that I had, and I'll just go ahead and tell you, it lasted. It lasted. It did more than enough. Um, but the first one I want to show is my little Dakota lithium, 12 volt, 23 amp hour battery. And if you look right here, this little section right here, it paid dividends. Turning on the little depth mine, but it also had USB connectors. And y'all that have cell phones, you plug them in, and this battery right here, it charged everybody's phone multiple times. It recharged, like I said, rechargeable battery powered, flashlights. It did the whole 9 yards, and I had no problem. with it. Also, I had my other battery, which is a 12 volt 54 amp hour battery. I'll try to turn it right here. But I had that one to help, for backup in case something went out of that. So I had both these batteries to help out. Now, I made a video probably like 2 years ago, or a little bit over a year and a half ago, where I took this one. It came with two. It came with two of these cigarette lighters. So I made an upgrade when I converted them over to USB connectors. So I also used this to charge things. So it helped out a lot. Anybody that knows about these little rechargeable things, like those little hand fans, when you don't have any air, what I'm saying, it was pretty stiff a few days of this week right here with no power. So you don't have any air. So it came in handy recharging those fans to kind of, just put by your face, and, it might not seem like much, but it helped, you know. So, um, so I wanted to, in each one of these batteries, they was not cheap. I think I got this one on sale. I bought it on sale for like $2.99, but and I bought that one for $6.99. Both was on sale. At the time, yeah, you got a sale, but that's still way more than you'll spend on a lead acid battery. And I didn't think of, that it would ever come in handy in the ways that it did. But, you know, it helped out a whole lot. So the other thing that I want to point out is I made another purchase. Anybody that know when you're on the water and you decide to go early in the morning or late in the evening or fish at night, there's state and federal whatever regulations, or just regulations that you have to have. So there was a point during the week where someone in the family tried to go somewhere at a later time in the day, and they end up having car trouble. And due to 911 being down, you know, nobody else answered the phone. They was able to get in touch with us. So I ended up being on the side of an interstate trying to help. And anytime you go out late at night and it's dark, you know, somebody visually being able to see you is very important, because it's already a really, really dangerous situation. So, along with the blinkers from the vehicles involved in it, the blinkers, emergency blinkers, um, I used another thing that I bought for my boat that, again, I paid probably $160, $170, somewhere up in that range for this product. Again, I had a cheaper route I could have went when it came down to getting these navigation lights, but I chose to not, you know, not really cut corners on it. So I paid a little bit of money for them. But I bought these Guardian Angel uh, navigation lights. You have one that has the green and red on it, green side, red side. Then you have the other one that gives you your white light. You have your white light, and then you're also, when you can control the brightness of it. You know, the other thing that came in handy about these lights is, uh, when I was out on the road, I used I used this one, but I also had an option to use this one. But what I did was I had someone stand behind the vehicles before traffic got to it, and basically hold up these lights right here, waving them to give some type of flash to further let people know that, hey, this just ain't a car on the side of the road. There's actually people around these cars or whatever, so they could change lanes or slow down, etc. or whatever. So they came in super super handy when it came down to the safety of everyone. We had a baby on the side of the highway, so they came in very very handy um, in helping to warn people of us. Um, so I'm not gonna really hold y'all up much longer with this. I just wanted to show you some of the things that periodically over time I've purchased on my channel that I've actually spent a good bit of money on that I really. My apology, y'all. Something went wrong with my phone. I'm doing this video on my cell phone, but yeah, like I was saying, was I never thought that after I purchased these things, they would benefit me in the ways that they did over the trying times in my area. But I just wanted to kind of like take a moment just to get a video out there to stay consistent with what I bring to y'all every week. The only thing that I ask for each one of y'all to do is to continue to pray for people that's living in Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, any other area that's affected by this Hurricane Halen. It was a lot of damage. I talked to a lot of people that's much older than I am, and no one ever seen anything like this. There's been hurricanes hit the coastline, but normally by the time it get up towards Midland of the state or up toward the upstate of the state, it has already turned into like a just a regular storm, with a lot of power to it. But this is the first time I ever can remember something hitting the coast, and by the time it get to the area that I live in and further up, it was still categorized as a hurricane. And there's a lot of people still with no power. There's a lot of people that are out of homes, or they're that are dealing with a lot. And I just want y'all to continue to pray for those people to get the necessary help that they need. And that's it. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for checking out my video, being patient with me. um, and with that saying, I'll holler at each and every last one of y'all on the next one.